Hi, welcome back to my channel. Last class we were discussing about how to draw line graphs, and in the last class we have discussed how to draw two line graphs in a single graph paper by using two different inks. And today we are going to continue the discussion, and today we are going to discuss very important concept, that is plotting points. I plan to wind up the class today, but I don't know, no, it is not possible to finish this chapter through this video session. So what I'm planning is we need one more video class, then only we could complete this chapter successfully. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about plotting points, how we can plot the points. This is your today's session. Okay, so in order to learn this concept, you are supposed to use graph sheet. Okay, you are supposed to use graph sheet, then only you can learn this concept. So I'm going to plot the points. I'm going to explain how we can plot the points in the graph paper. You must use graph paper. If graph paper is not available, you have to arrange graph paper, and you have to arrange graph paper somehow, because this you must draw on graph paper. Suppose if the question is plot P5,2, sorry, phone sorry. Suppose plot the points P5,2 and Q2,5. At first look, you may think that Shibin sir, the point P5,2 and Q2,5 both are same, no? Here it is 5,2, here it is 2,5, both are same numbers, no? So you may think that the both points are equal to each other, but no. How you will get understood that? I will show you how these points are differ. That means I am going to plot this point and this point separately, and I am going to show you that both points are different points. Okay, because at first look you may think that it is 5,2, it is 2,5, both numbers are, it is 5,2, 2,5, only the order is different. So you may think that both points are same, but no, after plotting you will get understood why the both points are different. Okay, so I'm going to plot the point. So for that I need a graph sheet. Okay, and after that what you have to do is, this is your graph sheet, and I'm going to draw y-axis and x-axis. So you can draw y-axis and x-axis as your wish anywhere on the graph paper. That means I'm going to draw y-axis here as my wish. Let it be, this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Okay, you must use scale. Now scale is not available, that's why I am using just freehand drawing. Okay, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. So y-axis and x-axis. Any doubt? Okay, and at the center you must mark origin, O. It is not 0, origin, O. And sometimes you can consider it as 0 also, no problem in that. It is actually origin. After that you can mark the points. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know this bold line, you can see this bold line, no? You can see this bold line, no? See, these are the bold lines. So any one of the bold line you can choose as y-axis, and here also you can see horizontal bold lines. These are the bold lines. See, this is a bold line, this is a bold line. Any one bold line horizontally you can use as x-axis. After that you can mark the points like this. See, you can see now how I am marking the points. So you can easily mark without using a scale. After drawing y-axis and x-axis by using your scale, mark the points without using scale, because no need to use the scale for marking the points. Drawing x-axis and y-axis we must use the scale, but marking the points the scale is not necessary, because you can see the bold lines. According to that you can mark the points like this. Any problem? You may understood, no? Okay, here also you can mark the point obviously without any problem. After that you can mark the points 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and okay, 1, 2, 3, etc. 1, 2, 3, etc. You may understood, no? Any problem? I think you are getting me now. Okay, and next which point I have to mark? P 5 comma 2. That means I have to plot a point P. I repeat, you please stay with me. I have to plot a point P such that its location is 5 comma 2. You can read it as P 5 comma 2. Actually, you are supposed to read it as ordered pair 5 comma 2. What? Ordered pair 5 comma 2, but usually you can read it as P 5 comma 2. No need to call it as ordered pair 5 comma 2, but mathematically its proper naming is P ordered pair 5 comma 2. Why it is known as some ordered pair? Because order is important. It means that the first point should be x coordinate. You can mark like this. First point should be x coordinate, and the second point, that means here the 5 is known as x coordinate and 2 is known as y coordinate. You may have doubt that what is x coordinate and y coordinate. So you can mark like this. You can mark like this. 5 is known as what? X coordinate. And 2 is known as what? Y coordinate. So you can ask me, sir, Shibin sir, what do you mean by x coordinate? What do you mean by y coordinate? I will explain that later. But you have to understand now, the first point, always the first point is known as x coordinate and second point is known as y coordinate. So in this point, which will be x coordinate? The first point always, first point 2. 2 is known as x coordinate and 5 is known as y coordinate. So what do you mean by x coordinate? X coordinate means that this 5 you should choose from x axis. That is the meaning of x coordinate. X coordinate stands for you have to choose that number from x axis. And what this y coordinate stands for? What is the meaning of 2 is a y coordinate, or what you mean by saying 2 is a y coordinate? You should choose 2 from y axis. I repeat, 5 is known as x coordinate because you have to choose 5 from x axis, and 2 is known as y coordinate because you have to choose 2 from y axis. Here also same. Q2 comma 5 is a point, and here the x coordinate is always the first coordinate is known as the x coordinate, and here x coordinate is 2 and the second coordinate is 5, and that 5 is known as y coordinate. So 2 is known as x coordinate and 5 is known as y coordinate. Why 2 is known as x coordinate? You have to choose 2 from x axis. Why 5 is known as y coordinate? You have to choose 5 from y axis. So first coordinate should be, repeating, it's very important, first coordinate should be x coordinate and second coordinate should be y coordinate. That's why its order is important. First is always x coordinate and second is always y coordinate. That's why I mentioned that order is important. That's why it is known as ordered pair, because its order is important. First one should be x coordinate and second one should be y coordinate. Second one cannot be x coordinate. First one cannot be y coordinate. First one should be x coordinate and second one should be y coordinate. And let me come to the point how we can draw P5 comma 2, or how we can plot this point. It is very simple. Which is your x coordinate 5? Which is your x coordinate 5? So 5 you have to choose from x axis. So use a scale. Take your scale and you have to choose 5, which is your x coordinate 5, So you have to choose that 5 from x axis. This is your x axis and this is your y axis. So since the x coordinate is 5, you have to choose that 5 from x axis, not from y axis, x axis. So this is that point. Okay. Then, and you have to choose 2 from which axis? Y axis, because 2 is y coordinate. So you have to choose 2 from y axis. From y axis, you have to choose what? 2. So from x axis, I have chosen 5, and from y axis, I have chosen 2. Then what you have to do is, you have to place your scale like this. 5 and x axis choose there. So you have to place the scale like this, just near to that 5 which you have chosen from x axis, and by using a pencil, I repeat, by using a pencil, draw a line like this corresponding to 5, or through that 5 you just draw a line like this. You must use a scale in this way. Okay, just draw a line like this. Enough, this much length is enough by using a pencil with a scale. Okay, then from x axis we have drawn a line. Then from y-axis, which number we have chosen from y-axis? 2, no? So through that you just draw a line horizontally. This line is in the vertical direction and this line should be in the horizontal direction in this way. And first line and second line will meet a point, no? That particular point is known as our location of the point P5, 2. So this is the point P5, 2. What it means? P5, 2 stands for 5 you have chosen from x-axis and 2 you have chosen from y-axis. So where that both lines intersect, that particular point, that specific point is known as P5, 2. That is the location of that point. I think it is almost clear now. Shall we move to the second one? Q2, 5. Q2, 5 I am going to mark. Okay. So which is your x coordinate? 2. So you have to choose 2 from x-axis. This is your 2. Okay, 2 from x-axis. You can draw a line like this by using a scale. And you have to choose 5 is a y coordinate, no? So you have to choose 5 from y-axis. So y-axis. This is your 5, no? This is your line, no? So by using that 5 you can draw another line. And that line and this line will meet a point here, no? That point is known as your Q2, 5. 2 from x-axis and 5. You just see 5 from y-axis. And I told you, why this P5, 2 and Q2, 5 are different. See, they are two different points. Their location is different. That's why the points are different. You may understand, no? This is the thing. Any problem? Any problem? Yes. So this is a concept. And suppose, I think it is clear. So we will solve one more question for your better understanding. Can you mark Z10, 1? Which is your x coordinate? 10. Which is your y coordinate? 1. So 10 from x-axis, and 1 from y-axis. 10 from x-axis. From x-axis it is 10. And 1 from y-axis. From y-axis it is 1. So from x-axis it is 10. Draw a line like this. From x-axis it is 10. So by using that 10 you can draw a line like this. And from y-axis it is 1. It is found to be 1, no? So by using that 1 from y-axis you can draw a line like this. Where that both lines intersect, that particular point is known as Z10, 1. 10 as x coordinate and 1 as y coordinate. I think it is almost clear. And now you just see, I'm going to mark a point here. Suppose if I mark a point L here, can you find out the coordinates? What is the specialty of this question? Here, which all the question we solved just now, all those question coordinates are given. These are known as coordinates. These are known as coordinates. In this question, coordinates are given. We used to locate the points. Now I am going to give a point on the graph. You have to find the coordinates. You may understand the difference. Here the coordinates are provided. We used to locate the points. Here I am going to locate the point. You must calculate its coordinates. So how you can calculate the coordinates? It's very simple. First of all, what you have to draw is, this is the point where I have to find the coordinates. So what you have to do is, this is your point L, no? So what you have to do is, corresponding to that point, you just draw a line towards the downward direction. You must do like this. You must draw a line to the downward direction in this way. From where is that point given? From there to the downward direction. So that line will meet a point here. Which is that point here? 8, no? That you can write as x coordinate. Any problem? No. This is the way of finding the coordinates. Then after that, draw a line in this way, horizontally. Okay. Where that line meet point on y-axis, that point is known as 6, no? 6 you can mark it as what? Y coordinate. So L8, 6 is the coordinate of that point. You may understood, no? So this is the way how to locate a point with its coordinates and how to find out the coordinates if a point is given. Okay. So you can write the next question. Plot A4, 0, B4, 2 C 4 comma 6 and D 4 comma 2.5. Plot A 4 comma 0, B 4 comma 2, C 4 comma 6 and D 4 comma 2.5. These are the points we are going to plot. Okay, so in order to plot these 4 points we need a graph. So I have marked it as x-axis, it as y-axis. You have to use different graph papers. Okay, and which is your first point you have to plot. A 4 comma 0 is the first point you are supposed to plot. No, this is the first point you are supposed to plot. A 4 comma 0. What is the meaning of this point? X coordinate should be 4 and y coordinate should be 0. I repeat, x coordinate should be 4 and y coordinate should be 0. That means from x axis you have to choose 4 and from y axis you have to choose 0. So from x axis you have to choose 4. No, and we just draw a line like this for better understanding. 4 x axis choose ചെയ്തതിനു ശേഷം അല്ലേ, എക്സിൽ നിന്ന് 4 ആണ്, എക്സ് കോർഡിനേറ്റ് 4 ആയതുകൊണ്ട് സോ നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ പഠിച്ചനുസരിച്ച് ഒരു ലൈൻ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കണം എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. അങ്ങനെ വരച്ചോളൂ നിങ്ങൾ. ഇനി വൈ ആക്സിസിൽ നിന്നും 0 അല്ലേ ചൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അല്ലേ? വൈ ആക്സിസിലാണിത്, ഇതല്ലേ വൈ ആക്സിസ്. അതിൽ 0 എവിടെയാണ്? ഇതല്ലേ വൈ ആക്സിസിൽ നിന്ന്. ഇപ്പം സപ്പോസ് വൈ ആക്സിസിൽ നിന്ന് 3 ആണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്തായിരുന്നു ചെയ്യുക? 3ന് കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ലൈൻ വരയ്ക്കും. എന്നിട്ട് ഈ പോയിൻറ്റും ആ പോയിൻറ്റും കൂടെ കൂട്ടിമുട്ടുന്ന പോയിൻ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ പോയിൻറ്റ്. പക്ഷേ വൈ ആക്സിസിൽ നിന്നും 3 അല്ല, 1 ആണെങ്കിലോ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കുമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ 1 ആണോ? അതുമല്ല, 0 ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ 0 ആണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കാനുള്ള പോസിബിലിറ്റി ഉള്ളൂ? 3 ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും, 4 ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും, 5 ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും, 1 ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും. അപ്പോൾ 0 ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കാനല്ലേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. ഇങ്ങനെ അവിടെയുള്ള ആ ഓൾറെഡി അവിടെ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന എക്സ് ആക്സിസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഈ 0 ആണ്. വൈ ആക്സിസിൽ നിന്നും 0 ചൂസ് ചെയ്തു. എന്നിട്ട് 1 ആണ് ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും, 2 ആണ് ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കും, 3 ആണ് ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കുന്ന പോലെ 0യിൽ നിന്നും ഇങ്ങനെ വരയ്ക്കാനല്ലേ നമുക്ക് നിവൃത്തിയുള്ളൂ. അപ്പം ഈ വരച്ച ലൈനും ആദ്യത്തെ 4ന് കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ട് പോയ ലൈനും ഈ ലൈനും കൂടെ മുട്ടുന്നത് ഇവിടെ തന്നെ അല്ലേ കുട്ടികളെ? അതെ. സോ ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി യുവർ പോയിൻറ്റ് A 4, 0. ദിസ് ഈസ് ദ സെയിം പോയിൻറ്റ്, ദാറ്റ് പോയിൻറ്റ് ഓൺ ദ എക്സ് ആക്സിസ് ഇറ്റ് സെൽഫ്. That point is known as A 4, 0. I think it is clear. I am not going to explain once again. We are moving to the next coordinate, which is that B 4, 2. From x-axis 4. So already one line we have drawn. And from y-axis 2, no? So this is your line. And this is your point B 4, 2. I think it is almost clear, no? Yes. And which will be your next line? C 4, 6. That means from x-axis 4 itself, but from y-axis 6. From x-axis 4, we already from x-axis 4. So corresponding to 4, we have drawn a line already, no? Okay, a line then area. But from y-axis what? 6, no? 6. This will be of point C 4, 6. Any problem? I think it is almost clear, no? You are getting the things, no? Okay, and the last point D 4, 2.5. That means from x-axis you are supposed to choose 4 and y-axis 2.5. From x-axis 4 itself, from y-axis 2.5. This is 2, this is 3. So this will be 2.5. So this will be the point from x-axis 4 and y-axis 2.5. So this will be a point what? C 4, D 4, 2.5. ഇവിടെ സ്പേസ് ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ വരച്ചത്. നിങ്ങൾ അതിനോട് ചേർത്ത് തന്നെ എഴുതണം കേട്ടോ. സോ ദിസ് വിൽ ബി ദ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്. യെസ്, ദിസ് വിൽ ബി ദ 4 points. Which are the points? 1, 2, first point, second point, third point, fourth point. What is the speciality of these 1, 2, 3, 4 points? They are standing on a line. All the points are on a same line, isn't it? That is the speciality of the points. The points which we received, the points which we located, all the points stands on the same line. That is the speciality of that points. You may understood, no? Okay. So this is today's session. So by the next video, we will wind up this chapter. I think you understood it very well. So you may think that it is very simple session. Not like that. Many students are making some mistake in this session. So please watch the video properly without skipping any portion and upload your notes in our 8th A Squadron group. If you feel any doubt, just call me and clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you.